Hello everybody and welcome to Shindo Kumate Strykerz, your home for showcasing the world's toughest Muay Thai fighters in their quest to becoming the greatest martial arts warrior. Now on today's show we're going to show a little bit of some MMA fighters that have fought MMA and then come over to fight Muay Thai fights here at Shindo Kumate. Some of them have done okay, some of them have actually gotten it pretty bad. Some guys have come in here, huge muscles just ready to go, and some of these strikers have just really put it on them. Standing next to me, as always, the one and only Master Mehrdad Muay. How are you today, sir?
How you doing, Anthony?
Good, good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. And today's show, just like Anthony says, is about MMA and Muay Thai and why a lot of MMA fighter has crossover to train in Muay Thai in some form of a striking element. I have over 35 years of experience in the traditional martial art. My background is in the Persian. I'm a Persian myself in the Persian wrestlings, and I can bring a lot of different perspective what is missing in today's market of a fighting that is known as mixed martial art. I also like to introduce next to ourselves is Ron Reeder, who's an MMA professional fighter, also fought as in a Muay Thai amateur and pro, and I wanted to get his perspective for the audience as what his view of what's going on today. Hello, Ron.
Thank you, Master Mehrdad. It's a pleasure to be here. As you know, I've got a real passion for MMA and went over to start training Muay Thai because basically that's the essence of striking. If you want to learn all the points of the body to strike with, but also, and one of the misconceptions people have, the difference between MMA and Muay Thai is the ability to take the strikes. You know, one can learn how to give a kick to the leg, but can one take the kick to the leg? Something that you see in a lot of the videos you show.
Absolutely.
Well said, well said.
Definitely. He's right on the point, and it's a great point. You know, it's okay you can throw the kicks or kick the backs, but what about if somebody really know how to pack a strong shin kick to your legs? Can you block that shin?
That's actually good. Like a lot of fighters I've talked said sometimes they feel good with just boxing. Because going into an MMA fight with their boxing skills, and that may be your case. Maybe some guys don't throw kicks so well, but you sure better know how to defend them because you're going to wind up fighting a dude who's got long reach, sharp shins, hard elbows, and if all you're doing is boxing, you're really selling yourself short going into that MMA fight because you may fight a guy who's had so much experience with striking Muay Thai that if you go in just as a boxer, you're gonna really be in some trouble. When we come back, we're gonna have Master Mehrdad and Ron do a little bit of a demonstration for you, little Greco-Roman. Matter of fact, for those of you guys out there, when Master Mehrdad saying Persian wrestling, it's Greco-Roman wrestling. You guys see it all the time. It's throws from the waist up, and that's what the Persian culture is the master of. They've developed Greco-Roman to a T. So stay tuned. When we come back, we've got more Shindo Kumate Strykerz for you. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Shindo Kumate Strykerz. As promised, we got Master Mehrdad and his gi. He's going to be doing some demonstrations with Ron right now. Like we were talking about MMA in this episode, about how it relates to fighting, or how MMA fighters would come over to Muay Thai. The thing is your background, being from Persia, your guys' national sport is wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yes.
You guys do it pretty much as good as anybody in the world. Some of the greatest wrestlers ever have come out of there.
Really, the heart of the mixed martial art, understanding the wrestling, it started 1,000 years ago and then migrated through when Alexander the Great captured and invaded Persia, took it back to Greece, and it got migrated from different part of the world. A little bit of history for you guys. That's the way it got migrated to different world. But it somehow got cut off in history, didn't understand where it come from. But the Persian wrestling is bringing a lot of complement to the world of the clinching and the Muay Thai, especially in today's modern time that a lot of people want to go in a cage and fights. But it's really complement each other. But you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any kind of a ground grappling is not at all complementing any form of a striking because it doesn't use twitch muscle, does not use clinching. You need to have a strong arms to clinch, a strong upper body, so it takes all of that element away. So you find the Persian wrestlings, Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, all complement each other in one core.
Now, the one thing, a lot of wrestlers out there, you guys are doing so much training, so much pull-ups, you're so strong in an actual clinch when you guys are wrestling, you guys are already doing all the best training that's going to help complement you into a world of a Muay Thai fighter because your clinch and the footwork and the ability to change levels and whatnot and defend a takedown, you guys are putting yourself in a perfect position in terms of your youth training.
Definitely, and I'm going to share some of the great elements, some of the wrestler. I don't know if you learned it here or not, but I remember when I was a young kid, was training wrestling, my teacher always just said, "Hello, Ron." Okay, so you know, if you keep your hands up here, my elbow's up, and I lost my guards. But if I keep my hands here, my elbow inside, if you pay attention, and I hold these arms from this angle, if you change the camera angle, these arms here lock it up hard. So he's all mine. There's nothing he can do. He can't shoot for my legs. You know, he can't shoot for my legs. I can turn this way. I can bring legs here and turn them this way. Whatever I want to. Throw knees from here, through knees from here. I can twist them this way and then through under the knees. I can do short kicks inside. See, I got them controlled because my arm's controlling upstairs and downstairs my work. And I can do all of that stuff right here, right here. If he wants to shoot for my back legs or front legs, see, I'm right here. He's right here. That's wrestling for you. That's the whole concept that we're trying to educate people that fight doesn't have to be finished on the ground. It could be done in stand-up. You just need to know the right skills, right techniques.
Well, like one of Master Mehrdad's main philosophies is if you're going to go to the ground, put the guy on the ground. Don't go to the ground on purpose looking to have that fight come to the ground. And one thing, a lot of wrestlers out there, you saw, Master Mehrdad was able to just use that one single collar tie, keep his elbow in. I mean, that's stuff that you guys learn in 7th grade wrestling. You know what I mean?
And if
you guys know that.
If you're interested, do a throw from that motion. So from here, you don't need to do full hip throw because then you give up your back, your neck, whatever. So from here, just right from here is all yours. You can punch him, whatever you want to do. All that element. Thank you, Ron. So there's all of that element you can be using to really execute a good fight. Then again, I come from a wrestling background. I'm not a big fan to go on the ground. In a world of self-defense on the street, you don't want to be on the ground on the street. In a world of fighting, I don't want to have the guy who's 200 and up on top of me. I like to kick him and finish him.
Yeah, now, speaking of guys, big guys who want to get on top, I mean, the guy you guys are going to see fight right now, Anthony Sabia, guy is gigantic. He's 135 pounds, but I mean, if you told me this guy weighed 280, 290, I'd believe he's jacked. He's going to fight Stefan Buttenbeck, one of our favorites. Guy's been on the show before. Great Muay Thai fighter. He's got like 60 fights, wins as a
You get to see his clinch motion, how he clinched the fighters, how he kicked the legs, how he threw the knees, how to control and distance the fighter. Does not give his opponent at all any chance to get close.
Yeah, you guys are going to see some serious damage getting laid in off the clinch. So you guys will be, the wrestlers who can see, you guys are going to so appreciate what you see right now. Stefan just being able to use that clinch, land knees, and change the entire fight because of how good he was in the clinch. So, from Shindo Kumate 11, we got Anthony Sabia versus Stefan Buttenbeck.
We haven't discussed this so far. Instead of 4-round fights, these are 3-round fights, and that obviously changes your strategy and your tactics, does it not? You got to get busier quicker. There's a good left hand. Got to get out there and go. I mean, it's time to go, right? It's 3 rounds instead of 4.
See, he's landing some great knees to his head. This has got to be doing some damage.
Stefan almost joined us at the broadcast booth, getting wrestled down there, and a little smile right in front of us.
He's very relaxed.
He's a performer. He's a ham.
Anthony throwing him down there.
Ooh, that's a nice leg kick by Stefan.
When you're throwing leg kicks, Kate, are you aiming for thigh, aiming for shin? What are you doing?
Definitely aiming for the thigh. Get him right on that quad. Get it right in the right spot, and you'll fold him.
Anthony Sabia.
Anthony getting up so many times, he's definitely going to be getting tired. Takes a lot out of you.
From Thailand, now trains in Massachusetts.
He's from Laos.
Actually from Laos, excuse me. Trains in Massachusetts. Good kick to the leg there from Stefan.
Oh, I don't know if you saw that. Every time Stefan is kicking, Anthony just closing his eye from pain.
He's flinching.
And he keeps looking at his corner, too. They can't help you, unfortunately, Anthony.
If you notice on the left side of his face, he's got a big red mark. That's from the knees.
Big right hand. Anthony again slipped down along the apron. Or will they call that a knock? They will call that a knockdown. That looked more like a slip. What did you think, Master Reza?
I thought it was a slip.
I think it could have gone either way. I think he was off balance.
Very relaxed Stefan Buttenbeck about 2 minutes in.
You know what?
Round number 2.
Stefan is always kind of relaxed out there. He's kind of got a bounce, too. He's deceiving.
Right hand there on the inside. Again, the knees being used by Buttenbeck. So what's the story with Batman on the trunks? You have any other insight?
I'm not sure, but I've seen him fight in those in every single...
Must be the lucky trunks. He says this may be his last Muay Thai fight.
Well, he says that at every fight.
I think
so he doesn't mean it, is what you're saying?
He means it at the time.
Oh, a kick to the leg, and down goes Anthony Sabia. A kick to the leg, and he may not be getting up.
You could see the marks on his leg from repeated roundhouse kicks.
And that is it. It's over, and Stefan Buttenbeck has a technical knockout.
That's what I was talking about, that razor shin. That's what he's known for.
Well, you could really see the redness on the left leg of Anthony Sabia and Stefan Buttenbeck. took advantage of it, scoring the big kick and the knockout.
It's nice to see so much sportsmanship in this fight.
Well, and for Stefan, very experienced fighter and really controlled this one from the beginning. And again, Stefan's talking up his opponent to us before this fight, saying he's Godzilla. Hey, wait a minute, the other guy.